Hey guys, what's up? It's me, your boy. This game is called Her Tears Were My Light. I don't really know much about it, but we're gonna play it. Darkness, darkness and nothing in all directions. At some point, I started thinking, shouldn't there be something here? Something anywhere? So I started looking. I don't know what exactly I was looking for, but as I wandered, I spotted a light in the distance. Oh, she's cute! Ooh, fuck! As I approached, I found another, and another. A trail of burning bright lights. They traveled out and away, their steady glow piercing tiny holes in the darkness. They fascinated me. I decided I'd walk until I reached the source. I found a girl. She was sitting on a bed of those stars. It was a beautiful sight. Oh, someone's here. What should I say to her? Are you crying? Excuse me, but have you been crying? I felt so lonely. I just can't seem to stop. But now someone's here. I didn't think someone would come, but here you are. Oh, I'm so happy. If you're happy, then stop crying. Honestly, Space. Huh? How do you know my name? I don't know. It just slipped out. How did I know her name? She never told me it, but something about her feels so familiar. Like an old friend. This isn't fair! I didn't even get to introduce myself! And now I have to ask for your name! It's time. Time. Time! Time! What are you doing? Saying it 8 times will help me remember. 8 on its side is infinity. That's how I'll never forget. I see. So, Time, where did you come from? I don't know. The start. I'm going with the start. If I had to give it a name, I'd call it the start. The start. Yes. It would make sense to begin at the start. Does that make where we are now the middle? But you started here, didn't you? I don't know if we can call it the middle. We can! This place has changed. Has it? Yes! You're here with me now, Time. So before it was the start, and now it's the middle. It made sense in its own way. The girl is very straightforward. So, if there's a beginning, is there an end? Probably. It would make sense for that to be the case. You think so too? I wonder what it's like. What if the end's sad? The start was so lonely. Will the end be lonely too? I don't want that. You cry a lot, don't you? Yes, because look, whenever I do, these stars come out. I already noticed, but maybe it'd be rude to point that out. I can't really explain it, but somehow they make me feel a little less lonely. So, from the start, you've just been making these stars? Yes! You see, something. I want to put something. Does that make sense? I guess it does. What kind of things do you do, Time? I can make the universe move. Forwards, backwards. I can jump to any moment I've already experienced. Wow! That sounds like a lot of hard work. Making stars sounds harder to me. No, that's easy. Watch. I didn't mean to make you cry again. Actually, this is a good chance to demonstrate. Huh? Alright, I remembered that outcome. Now, I'll rewind to when I said making stars sounds harder, then I can try to stop her from crying. I need to rewind. I have a button for this. It's a button at the bottom of the screen. If I can't make use of the rewind button, I'll end up going in circles. And if I get stuck, I can always reset, but for now, I need to rewind. I have a button for this. Okay. Hey, don't start crying just to prove how easy it is, okay? Huh? How did you know what I was about to do? That's my power. You've already cried before. So I went back to the moment before you did in order to stop you. Wow, you're incredible, Time! It was nothing, really. You know something? I only just met you, but it feels like we've always known each other. I did know your name from the moment I saw you, so maybe your feeling is true. But I can't remember talking with you like this before now. Just like I can't remember crying before you changed what happened. It must be a paradox. Hey, how did you find me in the first place? I just followed your stars, and here you were. Oh, that means... Hey, if we ever get separated, I could just cry. That way you'll always be able to find me. Sure, but I don't know if I like the thought of making you cry. I won't have to, as long as you're here with me. I'm kind of afraid of going back to being alone. Alright, I'll stay. It doesn't seem like there's anyone else out here, anyway. So I have no reason to leave. Anyone else? Oh no! If there is someone else out there, don't you think we should try looking for them? Yes, we should. You don't want them to feel lonely, do you? Exactly! I'm so happy you understand me, Time. We wandered into the void together to see if we could find anything else out there, but all we found was darkness. The more darkness we found, the more Space would cry. I didn't like seeing her cry. I didn't want her to feel lonely. Much to my relief, she agreed to rest when I suggested it. I closed my eyes for a while, but when I opened them again, I was back in the dark. Space? No response. What happened? All the stars are gone too. Did I make a mistake? I'll rewind from here to before I closed my eyes. I won't close my eyes this time. I have to pay attention, so I don't miss what caused everything to go black. Time, you look so serious all of a sudden. Something strange happened. I don't know what it was. Something strange? Scanning the cosmos, I noticed something seemed to be blotting out a group of stars in the distance. I spotted the anomaly. I could barely make out what it was against the dark background of the void. There was something out there after all. As soon as they noticed I'd spotted them, they disappeared. I squinted toward the area they had been standing only a moment before, thinking I could easily find them again at such a distance. But, very suddenly, she appeared right behind Space. What are you? No. She phased right through Space, somehow erasing her from existence. The stars around us dimmed and she disappeared. This is what happened before. This is what I missed by taking my eyes off of her. It was awful. I wanted it to stop. Where Space once stood before me, there was now only nil. What have you done to Space and the stars? You took away all the beauty, now all that's left here is the void. But it's beautiful like this too, isn't it? No, I don't like it. Bring back Space. Bring back her stars. If that's how you feel. I'll lock you in this moment until you understand. Oof. Okay. Here we go again. Darkness, only darkness in all directions, but I knew someone was out there. I just had to find her again. So I started looking. I wanted to find Space, and as I retraced my steps, I spotted her light in the distance. There was Space, sitting in a bed of her stars, just like I had remembered.
Oh, someone's here.
What should I say to her? I thought something terrible happened, but you're right here. I'm glad you're still okay.
Huh?
She looked at me like she'd never seen me before. Because, of course, she hadn't seen me before. This Space was new. How could I have expected her to remember what happened? In my excitement to see her live and well, I had forgotten that rule. I decided to try recreating the first memory. Never mind. Excuse me, but have you been crying?
I feel so lonely. I just can't seem to stop. But wait, someone's here now. I didn't think someone would come, but here you are. I'm so happy.
If you're happy, then stop crying. Honestly, Space.
Huh? How did you know my name?
Of course I know your name. Even though you didn't tell me it the first time either.
This isn't fair. I didn't even get the chance to introduce myself. And now I have to ask for your name.
It's time.
Time.
What are you doing?
Saying it 8 times will help me remember. 8 on its side is infinity, and that's all I'll never forget.
Except it's impossible for you to remember when I go back before I told you.
So, time. Where did you come from?
I'm not sure. It's hard to describe a place with nothing in it.
Are you alone in the dark too? Oh no. Thinking of that makes me so sad.
You're crying again.
I can't help it. When I think of how you must have felt, I just...
It bothered me to see her cry like this. I wasn't annoyed by it. It just felt wrong. There was no reason she should cry. I was here, we were together, and everything was going to be fine. Here, I'll try to describe it in a way that doesn't make you start crying.
Huh? The place you came from? Okay.
If I'd had to give it a name, I'd call it the start.
The start. Yes. It would make sense to begin at the start. Does that make where we are now the middle?
But you started here, didn't you? I don't know if we can call it the middle.
We can! This place has changed.
Has it?
Yes, you're here with me now, Time. So before was the start, and now it's the middle.
That would mean 2 starts, 2 middles, and 1 end. So far, I was able to change the middle, which means...
So, if there's a beginning, is there an end?
I've seen the end. I don't like it very much, so I came back here.
You didn't like it? Oh, that means... Oh no. What if the end is sad? The start was lonely. The end will probably be lonely too. I don't want that.
You cry a lot, don't you?
Yes, because look, whenever I do, these stars come out.
You told me before, even though it was obvious from the start.
I can't really explain it, but somehow they make me feel a little less lonely.
So, from the start, you've just been here making stars.
Yes, you see, there is nothing. I want to put something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's nicer this way.
Oh, I'm so happy you say that. What kind of things do you do, Time?
Whenever anything bad happens, I can just rewind and change it into something good.
You can really do that? How?
I can make the universe move, forwards, backwards. I can jump to any moment I've already experienced.
Wow, that sounds like hard work.
Yeah, it can be hard sometimes. But I can do good things with this power, just like how your stars brighten up the cosmos. I can brighten the future.
That's really cool. You're so cool, Time.
Yeah, I suppose.
You know something? I only just met you, but it feels like we've always known each other.
Your feelings could be true. It would at least explain how I knew your name.
But I can't remember talking to you like this before now. Talking with you like this before now. How strange.
It seems like only I can remember those things.
Hey, how did you find me in the first place?
That's easy. I already knew where you'd be waiting for me.
But I'm talking about the very first meeting, before you knew where I was. What about then?
I just followed your stars, and you were here. Here you were.
Oh, that means... Hey, if we ever get separated, I could just cry. That way you'll always be able to find me.
Sure, but I don't like the thought of making you cry.
I won't have to as long as you're here with me. I'm kind of afraid to go back to being alone.
I don't want to be alone either.
I'm so glad you feel the same, Time.
Would it be alright to just stay here together, just for a while?
If you want to, then I don't mind. Oh.
I held her hand so that Nil wouldn't be able to sneak up on us. Our fingers interlaced so easily, it was as if they belonged together, like this, but that was impossible. That feeling, even if it didn't make any sense, only made me hold tighter. As long as I held on to space, Nil wouldn't be able to take her away. We could lay here and admire the stars together and never do anything else. I'd be satisfied just like this.
Time, can I ask you something?
What is it?
What happened before? What was it that you came back in order to change?
We got separated.
Oh no. But couldn't you follow my stars?
I couldn't. You weren't able to make them anymore.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad you came back. If we couldn't find each other, I'd want to change that too.
We lay there in silence for a while. I had the feeling Space could sense I was waiting for something. She didn't ask what. As long as I held on her, she had nothing to worry about. No, surely she was watching from somewhere the light from Space's stars couldn't reach. I wanted to be ready. I wanted to be able to stop her when she appeared. But we fell asleep. No! I let it happen again. I've lost Space again. Time. Don't go back anymore. Why are you doing this? She's just going to trap me here again, isn't she? Stay. Darkness, darkness, and nothing. Darkness and nothing in all directions. I knew what I had to do. I started looking for Space, and I wandered. I spotted a familiar light in the distance.
Oh, someone's here.
What should I say? Space, listen carefully. Someone called Nil is going to come and take you and all your beautiful stars away.
Huh?
Please trust me. My name is Time. I come from the future where that's what happens in the end.
I don't understand.
I know it's a lot to take in. I want to protect you. I don't want Nil to take you away.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I let myself get taken away.
It's not your fault, Space.
You don't want to be alone either, do you? If you feel the same as me, then it must have hurt.
It's okay. I'm able to come back to prevent things like this. Please don't cry.
Okay.
I told Space about the other versions of our meeting that I knew of. I told her that Nil was somehow able to limit my power, trapping me in loops, keeping me from rewinding far enough to stop her whenever she appeared. And Space wanted to help. She said if we worked together, we may have a chance. It was better than trying to fight a monster on my own. Nil seems to only appear when we let our guard down. I tried waiting before, but we fell asleep.
Then we have to make the first move. What should we do?
I don't know. If I could go back far enough, just enough to know exactly what's gonna happen, so that I'd be able to fix it, the only way I've been able to learn anything is through seeing you get taken away. I don't want to watch that happen again.
Time. You're working hard, aren't you? I want to help. I don't want you to feel alone. I'm still here. I hope I can do something for you.
We stayed like this for a while. She was warm. It felt nice. I considered pausing the universe here, in this moment. After all, moving forwards could cause something awful to happen again, and it was up to me whether or not to let this path play out. But I knew I didn't have to be afraid because I wasn't alone. Nil had already shown herself. Why are you doing this?
This is Nil? Why do you look like me?
You're the copy. Why won't you stay erased? Space, run! I'll stop her.
But I don't want to be separated from you.
It's only temporary. I promise. I'll be able to find you later. So get out of here. I don't like this. I don't like this. In an instant, Nill's body blinked out from existence. She slipped through my grasp. And once again, space was gone. Was there nothing I could do? Nil had beaten me no matter what I tried. My attempts to change fate were only hurting space again and again. Time. Why won't you look at me? You keep taking space away. Of course I wouldn't want to look at someone who would do that. You're crying for her? I felt so overwhelmed by hopelessness I barely noticed my tears. How strange, I thought, for me to cry so easily. Space was always the one who... And there it was again. The feeling I'd known her for much longer than I possibly could have. I didn't understand these feelings. Aren't you going to reset again? What's the point? If you always... Again. She said again. Then she remembers the other times that I asked you before, what are you? I am nil, emptiness, void, whatever you want to call me. Wherever there is something, I want to make it nothing. Does that make sense? Why would you want to do that? You exist just to take space away? Space exists to take me away. Why can't you understand? Must I explain it to you? Time. Please listen. You're still here. You'll really listen to me. Just say what you want to say. Fine. If I know why she's doing this, I'll be able to think of a way to stop her. But there's another feeling in my heart when I look at her. Sympathy? Why? In the very beginning, I was alone. There was only me, and the thick, empty, infinite darkness that surrounds us now. At some point, I thought I wanted there to be more than just that. And that's when I changed from nothing to something. It was also when you first appeared, Time. From that point on, it felt like we were all there ever was, and all there could ever be. One time and one space, and no one else. We had so much fun together, I thought it would last for all eternity. But then, my light faded, and you stopped. You stopped, but I was still here. I was still here, but you rewound to be with the light I left behind. I waited for the end to come again, thinking I could reach you there. But whenever it came, you would just rewind again to be with another new me, another new space. It made me so jealous. I waited so long for you to finally find me, but how could you? I couldn't cry. I couldn't create any light of my own for you to follow. You found new lights, her stars. You forgot about me. How could that be true? I don't have any memories like that. There's no way I could just forget about space. But you did, again and again. She always returns to nothing, to me. And you always go back to the beginning. You never stay with me. You always want to stay with space, but not Nil. It's because my darkness isn't as beautiful. You'll always choose her new stars over me. I erased everything, all of the universes, and started over with just one. Just one of you and me. But space was always there too, and you always go to her. Is that why I can't remember it? Because you erased the universe that held those memories? Do you know what all of the universes are now? It's you and space together, and I'm alone. That's why. That's why I wanted to bring you here to the end faster. I even learned how to stop you from rewinding. When I erased her, I could finally reach you, but you only got mad at me. I finally said everything right, but you didn't understand anything at all. I was stupidly hoping you would remember everything if you just could see me again. I was so angry when you didn't. How could I recall memories that were erased? Unless those feelings in my heart. I still can't stop you from resetting. I can't stop you from doing what's always brought you closer to her. You've been going further and further and further away. I didn't know what to do anymore. I didn't want to have to explain it all to you like this. I wanted you to remember on your own, but I can't take this anymore. Now, even if those memories were erased from me, they still left an impression in my heart. And that impression, that love has driven my every action up to this point. But you and space are connected. All of my memories with you were with who space is now. That's how I got it confused. I don't want to hear that. Thanks to you, I finally understand what I've been feeling all along. And it's that you are someone who is very precious to me. Even if those feelings were projected onto a you who wasn't you anymore. I'm sorry, Nil. You're so mean. You treated me like I was the bad one. I was the one who messed up from the start. Can you ever forgive me? All I wanted was to be at your side again, and you forgot about me. I won't forgive you so easily. That's fine. I'll work hard to make it up to you. Good. You have all eternity to do that. All eternity to do that. Just the two of us. Just the two of us, huh? Yeah, just the two of us. I'm so happy. I waited for this so long. I know. Sorry to keep you waiting. Nil and I spent all of eternity together, just like she said. Alone together in the darkness, without space's light. I felt like I'd let something behind. But being together with Nil, no, with my true space, that was all that mattered. I had a lot to make up for. Oh. Neat. Okay. So I still have a few memories locked, and a couple endings locked. You know, I think for now I'm gonna pause it, call it an end, and I'll come back to this. Surprisingly enough, there'll be a part 2, maybe, at some point. Peace out.